It's ladies like what? It must be Sarah on the mic. We're sweet little Holly, got the sugar, got the spice. We're keeping us tight, we're guests on the night. Linked up with Urban Spirit Studios. That's right. And I'm not a rookie on this all-star team. Me and Holly get you hooked like we're fishing for green. This is home, never leaving us talent alone. Yes, it is my city, it's my throne.
And with work as well, what I find with regards to like traditional roles, because obviously we're speaking like about lots of different sort of things, but I was doing bricklaying last year.
Yeah.
So I was learning that as I wanted to go out into the work.
Show us your pecs. Show us your pecs.
My pecs. My
Biceps, the seps. God, mine are absolutely terrible. That is awful.
The pecs, I love
pecs,
that.
The seps.
Show us your pecs.
Show us your seps. Honestly, highly admirable though. I wish I could.
Yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed it, and I wanted to learn how to basically, build a conservatory, like an not a conservatory, like an extension on the back of my house, and I want to get into like the whole building trade and the sides of those, and it's just something that really fascinates me. I watch all of like these building programs and
what ones do you watch? Because I bet you
watch everything.
The same ones my bloody dad watches, everything. And I tell you what,
literally from like DIY,
SOS, no, skip over. Do you know how I come back from a long day at work and that's on telly? I grab that remote and I switch
Under the Hammer.
You don't. I hate that one as well.
Buying properties and stuff, and then I'll watch like when people like move to different houses. So I watch
Home and Away. No, not Home and Away. What's it called? The Sun and
I think
where they buy.
Yeah, I like all of those ones, but then I also like the ones where they do, I forget what it's called, but they basically go to somebody's house and they show like the whole construction, or where they bought like a property and then they've done it up, or they've bought a piece of land and they build it. So from start to finish, when it's taken them a year or 2 years, and everything, like to learn about planning and architecture. I love it all. It's just something that really fascinates me, I know. But obviously then I really would love to go work on an actual building site. So if there's any people out there who are hiring, I am your lady.
She's got the qualies.
I do.
She's got the qualies.
Basically with it though, you need to work on site to get the full qualification. So that's why I kind of put it on hold at the moment, because I got this job,
But that's just mental that you've done that, because for me, growing up as a female, bricklaying, I would never even assume that to be a possibility for me. That would never even be a thought, not even an afterthought, because it's like, why would I be a bricklayer? I'm a female.
Yeah, I think it's come with age as well, because when I was younger and I went into college, I went into the typical female role of aesthetics.
Yeah, I
did beauty therapy, so I learned all of that. So I've got level 3 in beauty therapy. So anyone wants, I could do all your massaging, waxing, all of those sort of needs. Could do all of that, darling.
We'll
so I literally went from one extreme to another.
Yeah.
But I think it was quite bizarre for people to see me at college, because I don't wear makeup anyway, but I would be there with my nails because I put gloves on. And as a female, it was a little bit, in the beginning, the boys were trying to help me out quite a lot, because they think, well, you're a girl.
Yeah.
I'll pull your barrow for you. I'll load up your bricks. And
which they think that they're being like doing chivalry by doing that, when actually that's undermining you. Like, no, I can do it myself. Do you know?
I was probably stronger than half the lads there, to be fair.
Oh, tell them. Yes.
And I'm quite particular about how things look. So when it comes to actually doing a job, you would see the difference between myself and some of the boys. Like, they get the job done. Like, they were brilliant. There's some of the guys on the course, they were so good, but they were really fast. And not only do you want to be fast as a bricklayer, but obviously you want the job doing good, because I look at houses and I think, oh gosh, they didn't gauge level plumb that, and I'd literally look at like the separation of these things you wouldn't notice just walking down the street. But I think when I started doing bricklaying, I literally would look at how many millimeters the bricks were separated, thinking, oh, I wonder when this was built, or what construction company did this.
Just because again, females are wired different, and you've got more, you look at the whole image apart from,
I was so particular. I wanted to make sure everything was clean. The face of the brick was clean. Whereas the other lads would go, well, it doesn't matter. We'll clean it off with brick acid. If it was on a job, that's what you do. And I said, yeah, but why not just do it so it actually just looks perfect anyway?
Yeah.
It might take you 10 minutes longer just to do that set of bricks, but it's not all just about making the money. I think with me, I've always been very job satisfaction. And if I'm going to be in any sort of a job,
I want
everything done well. So I'm particular.
But then with that, do you ever think, like, say if you was going to a job and you're a female, would you feel like really like a lot of pressure because you've got, say, a guy there like, oh God, we've got a female doing this, she ain't gonna know what she's doing?
Yeah.
Like you've got some Tony stood behind you with a coffee like, you're right, love, do you need a hand?
Yeah, in a way, because I mean, I spoke to my brother about this, and he's a bricklayer as well. He's got his own construction company as well, and he goes out there. But he was talking about, you know, kind of like the politics when you're on site. So a lot of the time they don't hire a lot of females because they just want one set of toilets, so it's just for the guys to go in. So if you've got one where you want to say, well, this is strictly safe for females and whatever, I mean, it might be different now because obviously you have a lot of unisex toilets now, don't you? So
you do, yeah.
It's one of those, but one of those things did make me feel a bit apprehensive, not just having to use the toilet, but you just think about how does it work when you need to use the toilet, because guys sometimes they'll just, you know, whip it out and they carry on.
Yeah, it's easy for them. I almost wish I had one, because it's like you just literally whip it out. If anyone sees it, it's only a todger. It don't really matter, does it?
But then I'm thinking, am I going to lose out on money if I've got to then keep on leaving the site? I don't want people to think, because I like to drink a lot of water. I like to stay hydrated, guys. You know?
She does.
It's one of those. Water. So I'm thinking I'd like to be able to just go to the toilet, but are they going to think, oh, is she on a period, or is she wasting time? Is she wasting money? And I think as a female, I would maybe try and overcompensate in a way to
but that's
believe
also,
I could do better.
Do you not think that's overthinking it as well as female?
Possibly.
Because I think you probably are overthinking it there.
Yeah, possibly.
With that. But I think I'd be more worried about what people think, which is so ridiculous, isn't it? What people think, but you've got to think, what if men are looking at you thinking, God, she don't know what she's doing?
But yeah, for me, I'm quite thick-skinned, so I wouldn't really take that to heart. But yeah, I'd love to be given the opportunity to be able to work on site and kind of just break down barriers. I'm always like one of those, I wouldn't say that I'm a feminist per se, but I definitely am an advocate for women. And I do feel as if that, you know, we are so capable at lots of different things that we shouldn't be put into boxes.
Oh, definitely. And I think that goes for men as well, because I was a fashion student and there was about 4 men on my course. 4 men, and just because it was fashion, men think, oh, that's not a course for me, I can't do that, that's for girls. And even I did this, I'd assumed they were gay. They weren't gay. And when you look at the history of fashion and stuff, most of the top names, they're all men. Chanel, like all this, they're men. Like it started off with men. They created the history, and it's such a technical job, and it's so fulfilling that I just think, why would you not want to do that? And it's so much more than fashion. But I think a lot of them missed out on it because it was a sort of a job that they felt they couldn't do because they were men. Yeah,
I do feel now though that the time is changing and things are open so much more. I do feel like we have a little bit of the sort of like, not stigmatism, but I feel, you know, because there are so many rules in place that some people feel as if they can't be openly speak about certain things. So I do feel like there should be more men in certain industries and more women in certain industries, but just because they're capable of doing it.
Exactly, not because of the gender.
Because they feel as if we have to tick a box nowadays. So it is opening doors because people are having to tick boxes, but I think it should not just be based on that. We should just be able to come through just because we are capable and that we're good.
It's based on your skills, not whether you are a man or a woman. It's based what skills have you got, what do you enjoy, what do you want to do, and how are you going to be successful in your life. And I think anything else is irrelevant, and it's so relevant to the point where I just think, what's the point in even like living by that? Because I'd hate to be a man and my main passion is like creativity in the media and like fashion publication, or be a woman and be like, I really, really enjoy like a hands-on job that I'm going to earn good money from, but feel like because of my gender, I'm going to be worried about being stereotyped as gay, for one, or being judged, or I feel like that's not even an option.
Like you're not capable. Imagine like you turn up to, you know, they've rang somewhere to get a plumber to come, and you turn up with your lashes, your hair, your nails.
Maybe about 5 foot
nothing, you know,
10-year-old boy body as well. God,
do you know what I mean? And you're like, hi, you know, I'm Holly, come to fix your toilet. They
won't let me in. They go, is your dad coming to help you or something? Like,
and it shouldn't be like that. It should just be literally, come on in then, do you want a cup of tea?
Like what do you want to drink? Nothing from your house, thank you very much, I'll get on with my job.